I called that guy 13 times.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
He cup, I call. He cup, I read out. He cup, I read out. Then one of the lecturers here told me that the only thing I can be is a stand-up comedian. But well, guess who's the joke now, huh?
Wow, damn solid.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Damn Solid podcast. Today we have Marjorie and Roy from DIFY.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Okay, please self-introduction.
I can go first. I'm Marjorie. I'm the co-founder of both our two companies, DIFY and Emerge.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Roy. I'm the co-founder for both DIFY and Emerge as well.
So DIFY is actually still a boutique agency. We mainly focus on PR, public relations, and then we also actually conduct some events activations. We also do a little bit of digital marketing. So we do a lot of consultancy for our clients who are businesses. They are looking to grow their brand.
Right.
They are also looking to expand their digital visibility. So we help them to consult on a more all-rounded approach and then give them the right remedies to how we can do that.
All right.
Yeah, I think maybe just to add on for DIFY as well, I think we have always been trying to position ourselves as an agency that focus on new industries. Right? Because and the reason why we wanted to position ourselves as new industries is because I believe that always when there's something that's up and coming, right? Back then, way back, it was like cryptocurrency, it was Web3, metaverse, and then it was like new energy, sustainability, and now with AI, right? And there are a lot of companies that's going towards that direction.
Right.
But with that being said, marketers or I would say the media outlets, they are always trying to play catch up as well.
Right.
So I think there is that one huge gap for us is that we are, and of course, as the company as a whole, even on the group level, all of us are, I would say, relatively young, and we are always trying to be very innovative, forward thinking, always trying to catch up with the next trends. So I think that put us in a unique position as well. That's also one of the main reasons, despite us being a boutique agency as compared to those with the MMC level, right? We're talking about the 4As. We still are able to land a lot of like blue chip clients, right? We land ourselves like Marvel, Disney, even like strategic clients out there as well, like Singtel. And the reason behind is because I think we have that strong edge as compared to the other PR agency when they are trying to play catch up. Because I mean, of course, when you're big, it's good, right? Your foundation is strong, but then pivot comes a bit slow, right? The adaptation comes a bit slower. Yeah, that's for us as DIFY, right? And for Emerge itself, on a group level, we do quite a couple of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, but one of our core leading business, I would say there's two key pillars, right? The first one being Amplify. So we are like a MarTech tool, MarTech solution itself that kind of focus on trying to solve key marketers' problem out there. So we have like an influencer marketplace that's within Amplify. We have that influencer discovery platform as well. We have that sort of whole suite model, like content creation, like social media scheduling, tracking of analytics, and of course campaign management tools.
Right.
That's also as one of the reasons why we created that is because we solve our problems ourselves as agencies, a lot of reporting and stuff like this. So that's one of the key rationale. And second is our own Web3 unit, where we kind of focus on go-to-market strategies for a lot of Web3, I would say, clients, both on those that is much more degen and those that is corporate trying to tap onto Web3 as well. So we work with like Charles and Keith as they go into Web3 and stuff like this, right? So yeah, in a nutshell, that's what we do.
Very interesting. I think what you're doing is, it feels that it comes with a premise of a lot of industry knowledge, industry experiences. I mean, even like you're talking about new industries, I think this is something like, where do you get the ideas and the inspiration to do all these new industries? Maybe more than that, maybe before we go into that, maybe we can find out a little bit more about your background. How do you even get started into this space? Because like, let's say, because I'm into photography, and how I left the bank and I pursued the next most natural industry I could go into, photography, because I'm interested in it. So it's very natural. The progression, the pivot is out of my passion. But something like what you're doing right now is something that we don't simply, hey, I'm going to start this. It's like not, how have you been doing all this while that you would jump into this industry?
Wow, this one is my favorite.
Wow, then you just whack for us, bro.
Okay. Because this is a journey that I would say that really made us on the map. Actually, the story itself is actually what kind of like put us on the map, even on the media outlets as well. I think if I can sum it up in one thing, right, to kickstart, will be survival. That's one of the key things that we
Alright.
put ourselves, why we started it. I think a little bit quick TLDR on the background as well. Right? So let's just say that we weren't, or at least I weren't, whatever that we see right now. Back then, I wasn't your standard cookie cutter sort of more startup entrepreneur. Right? I didn't come out from a good university. I didn't get good grades. Never come from a good background. Family is not, say, super well to do or whatever. Right? Back then, I was kind of like a delinquent, right? I was out there looking for fights and shit like that. Then after that, I got my brush with the law, got locked up, got to prison and stuff like that. Back then, when I first started out working, I was asking myself, oh, shit, man, what am I going to do? But nobody's going to hire people like me. Right. And I went for jobs. It's tough. It's tough, right? Then started off pretty rough. We know each other way back in poly.
Yeah.
Right. Also she didn't have a great impression. She was like, this guy.
Which poly?
Temasek Poly.
Okay.
Fun fact, I'll get to Temasek Poly later. But then, even my lecturer was like, this guy wasted terrors, come to school sian, see his face. So yeah, it was quite bad back then. So leading up, we met again. So I went to a marketing agency. Right? It's a very small agency. They were back then doing AR VR marketing. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, right? Back then. Then I realized, and then I was like telling her, I was like, hey, Marge, I saw a slide in the DM. I said, hey, what? I was like, hey, come join lah. I say, like, I saw like you doing not bad. And back then she was doing really solid stuff. Right? She was in like Allies of Skin, and before that was in Love Bonito. Both Forbes studies under 30. And here I am, freaking clown. Right? Back then I was like, oh, man. Then I tried my luck. I said I went to this company, and then back then I was quite bullish. I was like, AR, VR, right? Solid. Then also my previous boss was Hua Taping, like, go and tell me all this. Then I was like, oh yeah, okay, cool. I was like, hey, quit your job, come on. And she's like, okay. She damn steady. Okay, I was like, wow, I didn't expect that. Yeah. So we went there, we went together. Then from there was our first brush of like new innovations, right? And back then I really was crazy. I was so new. I don't know like the new market, how is it like, right? They do sales, I just cold call. So I cold call the StarHub hotline, bro. I was like, I call that guy, I call. The person cut my phone, I call again. The person cut my phone, I call again. Like, okay. Transfer me. We really managed to get a meeting with the person by calling the hotline.
Wow, solid.
Yeah, very crazy. I called that guy 13 times.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
He cut, I call. He cut, I read out. I read out. Then the guy like, okay. He just transfer me. The guy, wow, this guy is crazy.
Block your numbers, yeah.
No safe. But back then don't have the DNS registry. I was like, okay lah. So then after that, so that was one of our first foray, right? Then I got into crypto. Then we left the company because together, because the company kind of like screwed up lah. The boss quarrel everything. So we left. After we left, I went to this crypto company. Then I tell myself, shit, man, Web3 innovation, right? I tell myself, wow, cool. Then again, she was about to go to Editor's Market. Wow, also quite nice. Then I tell her, hey, fuck it, come again. Let's run it back. And she was, okay, you should try again. Damn steady, really. She's super steady. Then we went over to this new crypto company. This crypto company, okay, again, starting the draw biscuit, right? I was like, okay, sure, sounds cool, right? Then again, screw up again. Then owe us money, owe us salary. Then we like, wow, brother, shit, man. That feel me paiseh, right? I told her, she left too good company for this crap. Then I was like, oh, goddamn, man. Then after that, I'm telling her, I say, hey, I think it's about time, like, I feel like we put fate into our own hand.
Alright.
Right? I say, really that classic saying, 我命由我不由天, right? Then we say, we just put it to ourselves. But we try it, right? And back then, honestly speaking, I also like, paiseh. I say, you so steady. Then I also tell her, I say, 以后我有了，有你一半. I say, 我们一起出来做. Then she said, okay. Then we went out try. Then we tried to pitch to an investor. Back then, we were damn, exclusive. We damn clueless, bro. I was like, what the fuck's blockchain, right? Then back then, Web3 hot. Back then. It was like 2018, right?
2018.
Yeah, 2018.
Yes.
Web3 hot. Bitcoin topic. I was like, oh, great, fantastic.
Yeah.
So we decided to try that. A PR agency, which is DIFY, for blockchain companies. Back then, no one doing it.
Yep.
Zero. Then she's like, okay. We started. We pitched to an investor. Back then we say, can I try? None of us know what the fuck's going on. Blockchain, none of us know what's blockchain, PR, none of us have any experience to do with PR or blockchain. Then we say, wink it all. Then we just went and tried pitch to investors. And back then the investors was my main con for my previous company. Our previous company, when we were doing a marketing agency. We were working for a marketing agency. They were our main con.
Right.
So that time she tell me, hey Roy, I want you come here and work for me. I said, no, I don't want to work for people already. I say, I can't scam twice. Back to back. Quite shit. I say, I'm done. I say, I want to do myself. This is what you want to do. Then I tell her. Then she say, oh, quite interesting, can invest. Then I tell her, hey, got people want to invest, try it. Then I do a PowerPoint like damn sweet. Do a PowerPoint like disastrous. Then I pitch to her. Then I talk, okay lah, go back and work. Right? Then she tell me, okay, we'll invest in you.
Wow.
Then when then we talk, okay lah, we try open bank account, everything. I thought, okay, this guy maybe talk only. We transfer the money. The day the money land in our bank, I go back. I still remember, I sit in my sofa at home. I go YouTube. What is blockchain? That is class, right? That is class. We have to do.
Yes.
Then from there, I start to that's our first foray into how we started. And from there, I went door to door sales. She also went door to door. We went like literally door to door, trying to get money in and everything. And also we tried to bring in our previous crew who were also like unfairly dismissed lah. Then because we told it, we also feel like wow, it's not nice for them not to have a job. And some of them were like, work permit and stuff like that. So we got them to come over together.
Nice.
And then we started it. It was rough. And we started in our investor office. Which was a very small
room.
Very small.
Like that?
Office.
It's smallest room.
Yeah.
It's like a storeroom. No window, nothing.
Yeah.
Like one person coughed away.
Like the behind is for the AC one.
And then we were struggling to make ends meet at the start, right? Because whatever money that was in the bank was supposed to pay the salary. So we don't even pay ourselves. Then it was damn fun. So we took the long-term borrow. They are like cookie lah, Maggie mee lah. Because we are in the office now, we just steal.
Just enjoy their stuff.
Yeah, we just enjoy their stuff incentives lah.
Okay.
So it was a very tough ride at the start lah. And I think, and why was it tough was because when we first started, like 1 month into it, right, Bitcoin go into all-time low. Crash hard. Everything crashed hard. It was like, lor. Then we're like, okay lah, try lor. Then when we start to see a little bit of a good progress, right, that's where, I would say that really hard work pay off lah, right? Where we see that a lot of guys started to say that, back then when we were working for an agency still, they come to us and they say, give you a shot. And I think one big break was Singtel. Singtel was one of our first big break.
Wow.
Yeah, Singtel was our first big break. So one of my friend who went over to Singtel, back then, I was servicing him with my previous agency. I was like, hey Roy, I got this deal lah, right? Then, you want to try it. Then I said, okay lah. Then from there, I think the toughest part was convincing the director. Right? I think the director was like, why you guys, right? Like compared to the rest of them.
Because you are nothing.
Back when
not
we really nothing.
They recognize.
Then we kind of like just really do the classic saying of like, to other agency, you're just another client. To us, you are everything. If I don't do it well, then 我不用出来混了. Right? And they'd be like, and we really do it well. And we tried. That was Comic Con. So we did a Comic Con for Singtel, PvP sports, right?
Right.
Wow, we were so jialat, right? We no money hire the security guard. We stay overnight at MBS to jaga the place, both of us. Just sit there, jaga the place. I sit there. Because no money. We try, because every cent count, we took a loan. Because, big company, the payment terms long.
Yes.
And back then, we got money. Really scream and save. It's quite shag. But then after that, it was looking good, right? Wow, we landed one championship. Disney, it was great. Fantastic. After that, it was like,
that was 2019.
2019. Then it was like, wow, sweet. Then after that, 2020, right, client all come down, we say,你排队哦. Back then we thinking like, wow, you mad, right? Then COVID, wow, shag. Then COVID, shag. Really, then from there, then I really a bit crazy. Then I thought, hey, 2020, COVID. I say, start emerge. Then I say, she don't have me. Everybody closing down, right? I say, really got position. Then I was like saying, because she also realized that it's true because that right, everybody start at home. Then back then, no one was doing those streaming.
Yes.
And even if they were doing streaming, no one was coordinating that. And then I was like, I think really got opportunity. Then we say, like really, like what the classic phrase, right? Like strike while others are fearful, right? Every crisis is opportunity. We strike. We decided to do it. And then again, classic, we tried to did a kind of guerrilla campaign because we were like really low on funds, right? Then we really do a guerrilla campaign. I was like, maybe we share more on the guerrilla campaign. I think that was really something that was damn cool.
We paid $2 to buy people's unused dreams off the streets. Then we went around with like the Karanguni, all the loud horn, etc. And then
we ran a lorry,
yeah, we
bro.
ran a lorry, and then we went around the neighborhood. They were like, what's
Like
that
Karanguni,
called?
they just keep on.
We are buying your used dreams
Yeah.
with a loud hailer, that
Then we
kind of
went
stuff.
to like Orchard Road.
Yeah.
We went to like Jams, all the like very populated area. And then we literally asked someone, like, okay,
Will
can you
sell
write your dream job?
Yeah.
Like, write your dream job. You just write a dream job. You write a dream job. Last time we astronaut or whatever. Like, And then we take your money.
Yeah.
We take the paper, we pass you $2. We crush your dream in front of you. We put in a bag, we walk off.
Yeah.
Say absolutely nothing.
Wow, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, cool,
Then everybody was like, what the fuck? Right? And then the media was talking about it. Everyone was talking about it. And like, what's going on? Right?
Yeah.
And from there, we were saying that since when, at which point of your life, do you give up your dream for money? Yeah. That was I think it was a good hit. We tried to play that. And but back then was a hit or miss.
Yeah.
We spent total $2,000.
You bought 1,000 dreams.
1,000.
No, not just the money, like everything in. $2,000. So like I think and it was a maximum impact lah. From there, like we got a lot of we signed a lot of talents and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, then it was good. And then we started to try, I think, a lot of stuff. Then from there, we decided to develop MarTech tools because we kind of understand that there's that need, right? And when we developed MarTech tool, we try really everything. Where we applied for like stuff. So for example, like we applied for accelerator programs and everything. Then we got accepted. We're the only Singapore company back then at that batch to get accepted in the MasterCard startup program. So yeah, we were backed by MasterCard, supported by them. And then from there, I think that's where things start to scale up for us. Like Web3 start to scale up for us and everything. So start landing bigger clients. That's where I would say multiple setbacks. Even when we did our fundraising back then. Wow, crazy, man. When we did our fundraising, we got someone who committed 2.5 million single ticket.
Wow.
Okay, I check everything checks out. Everything checks out, right? I did the DD, everything. They rented a full level place at UOB breakfast.
Right.
Okay, 35, 50,000 a month. I was like, okay, Jose, deal. We went to their office, signing everything, take photo. We're like, okay lah, start. Then I get a nice place. We start hiring.
Yeah.
Then they tell me, wow, this one classic. They just pull out. They ghosted.
They ghosted.
I was like, brother, I already hire. I get a rental already.
Yeah.
10K a month. I was like, lor. Then our OPEX was running damn high. Then I was like, okay, GG. Then from there, what's the worst part was, right after that, the whole Web3 market collapsed. Even the Web2 market collapsed. Like Luna, FTX.
Yep.
FTX blew up.
Yep.
Luna.
Yeah.
Wow, like macam everyone have to come at the same time.
Yes.
Stars alive at the most possible time.
Always.
We're like GG, man. We're like, okay, gone.
Wow.
And I was like, dude, everybody don't want to spend money. And from then, I told myself, like, I think maybe let's address the company. Most probably have to close shop. Then we address the company. And then they like really tell us like, fight to your last man. Wow. Then we were like, wow, really, damn 感动.
Yeah.
Really very touchy. Then from there, we decided to take a bank loan. And then we fought it back. Within 3 to 6 months, we profited. We turned 3 months, we turned into profitability. And then it's crazy. That point of time was madness. Morning till night, we do sales. At night, we do investor call and email. And really, it's like every day surviving 3-4 hours of sleep, man, just to chong that whole 3 months, right?
Yeah.
And then we managed to raise 2.25 million within 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, was that 6 months was wow.
Even in that market situation,
I think it all started with 2 investors that came in.
Right.
Yeah.
And they tell us, it was like, hey, we heard about like your fun pun story. Like, and then they were like, yeah. So I said we like to, I think it's about resilience, right? I think at the end of the day, startup is always about resilience because I think every startup out there, if you look at like any story, E27 Tech in Asia, whichever, it's not built full of roses, right?
Yes.
Shit happens.
Yep.
Pivot happens. And I think that startups itself, I think investors themselves want to look at, founders who have that sort of resilience, right?
The greed in
because
them.
your deck,
Yep.
I mean, easy, right?
Can
We can do a deck. Dreams are easy. Executions are tough.
Yes.
And I think it's not just the execution, it's about when shit happens, what's next? And I think they see that in the team. Like I always tell we always are aligned on one thing. We couldn't have where we are today without team.
Yep.
Right. I think probably we take 30% credits. 70% is really our team. Our team is awesome. Like our key guys are crazy. They're with us since the start till now, right?
And shout out to one of them who is actually sitting outside the camera.
She's been with us
since 2018
6
from the
years
start.
plus.
Wow.
Since
August,
2018 from
yeah,
the
yeah.
start.
Crazy,
So,
crazy.
From
yeah.
DIFY until now, 7 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
And
still
our,
counting.
our Emerge core members as well. Like a lot of them, one of them, damn steady. Shout out to the Eliza. So she's crazy back then.
Eliza.
When we first started, I'm pretty sure the idea emerged. We haven't even in court, by the way. We haven't even in court.
Just
I shared
do it
the
lah.
idea. And she like, sounds good. Next week, throw letter. Come.
Wow, solid.
I was like, that is class. We have to in court. Now, let's go out. So, yeah. So a lot of our times to answer the question is survival instincts.
Yes.
Because back then, if we don't start, nobody will give us a chance.
Yeah.
Nobody will give us a chance.
I think survival instincts and also the relentless effort lah. I think what I'm hearing is the way that you're not giving up despite the many obstacles, and it's like it's very inspiring. I think even like for us when we hear it, like, wow, it's like how do you all actually not back down in that kind of environment, the kind of setbacks, the kind of it's like even like you down to being your own security guard overnight. Like,算了啦，忘刚
Like
啦。
crew member.
Yeah. You just do all that's necessary to keep the business going and alive and to where it is today, lor. So well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think one of the key things that keeps us going is the team, really, responsibility. And back then, when they have that sort of unwavering faith and that sort of trust, and say, if we go down, so be it.
Right.
Like we know that Avengers, right? That if we lose, we lose as a team.
Yeah.
Well, then from there you're like, wow, 我可以对得起他吗？
already.
Like, if I don't go, 说得过去 I know, like, you have to go, right? And back then, I was like, okay. And you don't have anything to fear, right? When your team is like, if it is, so be it. Wow. Then I think it really gives us that was really my pivotal moment. I honestly, throughout the start of career, that was one of my key pivotal moments. When they were like, if we go down, so be it.
Wow.
I was like, damn. Yeah. Because honestly, back then, to be fair, most of them could have get a better job.
Yes.
Way better job. Our tech lead, for example, the guy break I don't want to say how much, pretty substantial bond. Join us.
Oh, wow.
Wow, come. What can I say? Right? I was like, I have to do it, right?
Yep.
For me, it's that sort of confidence, that sort of like team effort that really drives us. I think that was the core thing. I don't know, what about you? That was my core.
Yeah. Because without a team, we wouldn't be here also.
Yeah.
If it was just us and we don't have anyone else, I think it's easy to just say like, never mind, we just give up, go back to our 9 to 5 and then maybe someone else will buy our dream. I don't know. But I think from there, then like, when you have everyone's faith in you, you know that you can't let them down.
Yeah.
I think when COVID hit, right, that was even before that with like the crypto crashes, whatsoever, market is bad, that happens. But when COVID hits, then I think we also kind of like 1 in a million, man. Like we just started out our business. But then like who knows the worldwide epidemic will actually hit us. Because the last that we heard of is like the SARS H1N1 whatsoever. Then we're just like, okay, like, don't think something like that will ever happen. And in our time, like lockdown, etc., we wouldn't have expected that, right? So I think it also pushed us to learn as entrepreneurs, as business owners, and even as like core pillars in our own family, our own environment. We also took up more responsibilities. I think like for myself also, because I'm the only child, right? So having the lessons learned from business, from entrepreneurship, it also made me kind of like want to step up and rise up in my own personal roles as well. So I think wouldn't have learned all of that if not for entrepreneurship.
Wow, this is such a good point. I think often we see entrepreneurship as starting a business, but entrepreneurship is a lot about self-development as well.
Exploration.
Exploration. We find our strength, we find our limits, in fact, how far we can go, the ceilings we can break. I think this is something that, we should highlight and appreciate what this entrepreneurship journey does for all of us.
Yeah, because our family is actually also part of our team.
Wow.
I mean, a lot of the time you spend with your team at work, you fight through a lot of storms with them, right? But we cannot forget the family that is also behind us.
Yeah, supporting the journey.
Because my husband or my family, even my in-laws, when we are at the lowest points of our business, they are also the ones who believe in us. And they are the ones who also they got nothing to earn from our business. Like if we we host it, etc., right? They essentially don't stand a lot to gain from us. In fact,
a lot to
they
suffer
lose more. Because we don't get that kind of quality time with our family.
Yes.
So a lot of that is sacrifices that they have to make also. So our family is also part of our teams, and I think kudos to our family as well. We have very supportive family members who stood by us. Of course, with Asian parents, right? Also remember when we first started our business, they were who is this person that you're doing business with? And then you sure you can start a business? And then you sure you can do this? You sure your business will succeed? Asian parents mindset. You are not a doctor, you are not a lawyer, you are not having a government job, then you are on a road to failure. So it's that kind of concerns. So, but I think we also fight with them first. And then we also did fight amongst ourselves before we get to where we are today. So I think ultimately now we are standing on the same line where we are fighting together, and there's still a lot more to be done. I would say that our journey has just started. It hasn't ended. Yeah.
100%.
I'm quite curious, what was your first impression of Roy? In poly at the time?
Yeah.
You can share your first impression, and then what made you stuck all the way?
Correct.
When you see this, in your own words, right, delinquent, right? You see this delinquent, what made you stay with him all the way until now?
Because twice he asked you to go join him, and twice it failed already, right? And what makes you continue even through all this, right?
Yeah. So I was the more goody two shoes kind of student in school. And then it's just study do project do assignment So I met him from our CCA, Chinese Orchestra, back in Temasek Poly. Wow. So there was this Paikia just walk in, then he's he wants to
he owned the place.
We are in the back then we were in the percussion section.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's Paikia and drums kind of
Paikia. Daniel also plays the percussion.
Then he wants to play the drum set, then he he just wants to be part of the thing but then also come already, then take the drum set, never come very frequently.
But still performs.
Yeah, but I still got perform.
Oh, nice.
Then I was this guy don't know doing what, but okay because his personality is that he back then I'll say when we are more immature, we're much younger. Of course, there are some things that we haven't understood as a person. There are some lessons to be learned, right? So, but then to me, I'm okay, this guy as a friend, he's still quite steady, if we have to stay late, that kind of stuff, he still stayed with us, and then got practice. Yes, sometimes he's absent, but then he still tried his best to come. And then also, it's just another friend that I'm interested to know more about, because goody two shoes and Paikia don't really ever have that kind of interaction. So on that note, he's an interesting person for me to find out more about what is this going on. Then we had our friendship, of course, in poly, and then some stuff happened. We drifted apart because it's just we went on about
different
our own lives.
Works and stuff.
Yeah. So then when he slid into my Facebook DM, I was just this guy
selling insurance.
I don't know what he's trying to tell me, but then because I remember him as the paikiang, right?
Yeah.
And like his past and then his brushes with law whatsoever. Then when I was looking at his Facebook account and I see, like he seems to be living a better life. I want to know what happened.
Oh, wow.
So I decided to meet him and hear what he has to say. So I still remember it was like a 2-hour, 3-hour long chat at Starbucks or something, Bugis.
Coffee Bean
that
TV,
area.
first floor, Bugis Plus.
It's a better memory
Back then
than
in
me.
Luma. My memory quite good.
Yeah, then I was like, then he was like telling me, oh, you know, like you want to come and then like they do pretty cool stuff, got marketing, etc. Then I was like, oh, okay, then just try lor. Because to me, like there are some values that I want to take away. Like when it comes to job changes, right? Then it's either I get a higher pay or if I have to take a pay cut, I learn a lesson from my career change. So looking at that, it was something that is different from what I was already doing. So I thought like, okay lah, why not just give it a go and then see where it leads me? Because at most you fail ma.
Right.
Then you just go back to another job lah. Like what's the worst that could happen? So I mean younger lah, nothing much on our shoulders, right? And nothing much on our plate to be responsible for. But still like just go lor and try. So we did. Then I still remember like after we kind of like mass quit that first company that we went in.
We
then,
just mass quit.
Everyone just like left. Then I want to go back to trying out like fashion stuff. And I was like applying for a job. Then he drove me again. And after that he used this hook. He say like, I forgot it was him or like the bigger boss, but they used this hook on me. Oh, because they were doing a celebrity token, right?
Oh.
Then after that, they were saying like, oh, we have like, you know, several celebrities that we are working with. One of the next markets that we are going to look at is like Korea. Then you like G-Dragon, right?
Wow.
That's like, my favorite idol, they use their name now. I was like, okay, let's see where it goes. They say you might be able to work in Korea, you might be able to work with your K-pop idol. Then I was like,
Drop his kid.
yes. But then young lah, then I was like, still can digest. No indigestion yet back then. So like, okay, try. Then we just go lor. Yeah. But then from there also like
Still scam.
your scam, yes, but then also need to share this part of the story because after that company, that blockchain company, they did their pump and dump. They also defaulted us on our salary. So
2 months.
yes.
I was so high that back then.
Yeah.
I was like, hey guys, come on, I think too much whiskey. Then I was like, I was like, fuck.
Yeah, plus like when we are like 23, 24, you see like
23,
investors who are
22, 23 to be exact.
Wow.
yeah, investors who are willing to buy into their token, they brought in like stacks of cash to give you, and then we are not even supposed to handle the money by the way, but our boss just tell us, hey, help us count the money.
They were like,
then
wow, you
like shook there's a huge stack of cash. Then we were like, okay lah, I think if people are willing to throw in so much money, there must be some credibility to it, right? And there must be some something that they believe in the company. So
but
we
boy,
just like,
was so wrong,
okay,
man.
but we didn't know that we are into something that was a scam. So yeah, we just continue. Then after they listed already, they got all their investments. Then suddenly quiet.
Yeah,
it went silent.
They just freaking MIA, bro.
It went MIA.
The first signs.
Yeah, because when I first joined the company, we were preparing for an event at MBS, and it was so hectic. Like we had to do up the entire event in 2 weeks. We ran the entire show at MBS, like just the two of us, and then we didn't eat, we didn't drink from morning until like maybe 7 p.m. Then we still got after party at Zouk. The sister brand of Zouk.
Yeah.
Then we still continue. We eat one bak kut teh.
Yeah.
Then after that we continue back.
We
to
share
work
one bak kut teh. 吃3口饭，我再 fuck off.
Then we ran off already. So those were the days lah. So yeah, from there also after they did an entire pump and dump, they defaulted us on our salary. So we were still holding on to our
Hopes and
laptops,
dreams.
right?
Yeah.
As collateral. We're like, if they don't give back our salary, we are not going to give back the company laptop to them. But that's also where I see like how responsible and how much he has changed over the years. Because when we went to TAFET, right, there was the entire mediation.
Yeah.
This guy walked in with an entire file of documents
Freaking Harvey's Factor shit, bro.
as evidence and as proof to show our former boss that like, hey, these are all the evidence that sign contract.
Yes.
You are still employing us. We were still employed till this date. You need to give us back our salary.
Absolutely destroy him, bro.
Yeah. Then I think like the mediator was also like shook. Then
Yeah, I was like, well, fuck, this guy 33 years old.
yeah. And then our former boss also like, okay, fine, like, you know what? Enough said, I will just transfer you back a salary.
That's fine, that's
give
fine.
us back a company laptop. So yeah, from there I also seen how much he has changed. And then he really fights for the team. Because back then, like, we were taking on the marketing and comms team, right? So he was the manager that was managing our entire team. And then anything that the team does wrong, he will be the first one to step up for the team. And he will also take responsibility for anything that the team does. So I think like, yes, like, I think as a pioneer, you learn a lot of lessons also, right? Like one for all, for one, that kind of mindset also. Yeah, so loyalty. So even though like, yes, pioneer, but there are good things about that and good values that you bring on as well. So from there, when he say that, hey, why not we start our own business? That's why I feel like, yeah, okay, like sure, let's just go, cause nothing to lose ma. Like at most, we just start over again, no? Yeah. So that's actually why, that's actually the start of like why I said yes to being his business partner.
So how did the Paikia found this Kwaikia?
Actually, honestly, really have to say a bit of fate lah, okay, and also a bit of, to be very fair, I didn't really have a lot of smart friends. Right? To be very fair,
Say that.
to be very fair, back then, I was like, we go, you think call someone to fight? Of course, no problem. Someone to do what? Not really. I don't even have a number, bro. I was like, finally go Facebook. I scroll, wow, which one's smart? I was like, fuck, man. I was like, yeah, but yeah, that's one of the main one.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that was one of the main one.
Okay, I mean, over the years, I mean, besides her intellect, I think she has offered a lot of
100%.
support.
100%.
Actually, he's smarter than me. I don't know why he say that.
I think it's really good, I would say, partnership dynamics, to be very honest, right? Because I was, at the start, I think maybe share a bit of dynamics, right? So in terms of how I was as a company leader or whatever it is, I think I set a lot of the directions and I make a lot of the tough calls, right? And I always try to, good cop, bad cop. I also always mainly the bad cop. And also because I'm quite impatient. Right? For me, 讲重点, right? And don't draw the whole story, right? So I think that was one. And as for Marjorie, she has always been very patient. She has always been like the people person, right? People go to her for problems. People go to her for, like kind of like assurance. And also one of the key thing is she have like really, she's very calm as a person. Like, if shit happens, like, okay, how can we solve this? And I think one of the key qualities is that when shit hits the fans, like she really won't build on a team, very loyalty, like loyalty. And then she's more of like, okay, how when we go through this shit together. Yeah, I think that's one of the key things that I think really stands out.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think in the partnership, one key thing really is, or even as a team, really need to have core roles and responsibilities.
Yes.
Right. Like everybody, because at the end of the day, Marjorie is someone that she okay to let the team shine. Right. And I think that is core, right? Like everybody play a very important role in a team. It's like a sports team as well. Like everybody, not everybody's all stars, right? There are certain players that are very good at what they play. And I think it's crucial to kind of like be a core pillar of the entire team.
I can see that both of you are very complementary in terms of your skills and characteristics. I mean, it's just like you use the analogy of a team play. I mean, not everyone should be a striker. Some should be the goalkeeper
100%.
and defender. So long as you play together well, I think the goals are there for you to be scored.
Yes. And also, I think trust lah, right? Because we target different markets.
Yep.
And every time when I make a decision, right, zero questions asked. I will ask her, of course I will ask her, right, for her opinion. And she, 你觉得 okay 就去
Wow.
Like fucking zero doubts. Like, 走
Wow, solid.
Like, for them, that kind of like we sign a few $1 million deals that incur some few 100K costs. 走 你觉得可以去 Then you give that sort of assurance. I think it's important. In a business, I think one of the core thing is really about trust and chemistry when you're working together. Not just among co-founders, among team. Right? And as a very good Chinese saying that I always believe, 用人不疑，疑人不用。
Okay.
Let me explain. If you are working with the person or you're planning to hire a person, don't doubt the person. If you doubt the person, then what's the point working with them in the first place? 猜来猜去 waste time, man.
This time.
Yeah.
I think that is quite important.
But also, I have to say that like trust and loyalty actually is earned. Like our
100%.
first year as business partners, you isn't like, oh, then you start business and then like, wow,
Sunshine and rainbows, right? Of course.
roses like
We quarrel, we fight, and
we
everything.
fought a lot like in our first year of business. Like because it's
more hurtful.
it's like we are coming together as two individuals, and then there are different things that he talked about, right? Also because of like the difference in our personalities, and then we were like fighting on different things. He was doing more business development back then, and I was doing ops. I don't know if you guys also face the same thing, like when it's the optics for sales, it might not be the best optics for operations. So there were a lot of things that we were like quarreling and like fighting on. And then even down, I still remember like even down to like the color of our logo or our branding, right? Oh my god, that was like the one of the like most heated arguments that we had. Like I was like, no, I don't want this color. I want this color. I hate orange. I don't want orange. I don't want orange for our logo color. That kind of stuff. So those were like the really petty quarrels, but through it all, when we finally reconcile as well, thanks to some help, we also got to see that actually both of us are fighting in the best interest of the company and for a team. And I think back then we have not fought since.
Wow.
We have never ever fought since, because everything we know that we are driving forward something for the business is in the best interest of the company.
Yes.
So I think having the same values and knowing that like even though you can have a lot of fights, right? Like the logo color, not very funny lah. Back then it wasn't. but we can have like this kind of fights, but ultimately the core values of us as business owners, it didn't change.
Right.
So that's the most important one for us.
So it sounds like you guys focus a lot on the partnerships, the relationship between all your staff, your team. Would you say that if someone were to start a company, is that what you ask them to build on?
Okay, very good question. I think really depends, right? Really depends, because I think at the end of the day, there are different people have different style of working, different style of leading, different style of doing a business, be it life, be it relationship. Again, Chinese saying, 一种米养百种人, right? Because really it's very hard for us to, one man's meat, another man's poison. Right? Very hard for us very hard for us to kind of like say that, oh, this is the way that works well for us. But I think one of the core principles of things is always resilience, right? Right? Because at the end of the day, now no business withstand trials and tribulations. As in, no business have no trials and tribulations. Right? They tell you, oh, everything okay, bullshit. I mean, look at all the one key thing that I really feel that podcast is actually much better than traditional media. Traditional media always shares the glory. This guy on NASDAQ, this guy on this. Well, bro, you got to see their struggles, right? I mean, you don't know, right? I think there should be more showcase of struggles, trials and tribulations. What are the areas that we can learn from? right? 好也懂. Of course, you rich, you got 100 million in the bank, everything also easy. Right? Right, I can paint the whole town red. Right? But what are the things that can be learned from? I think it's about trials and tribulations, right? Resilience.
Right.
Resilience is always one thing. And how a partnership or a team reacts to problems together. I think that's one of the key things to take note in business, honestly speaking. Right? Because I think business model can learn.
Right.
Skills can learn. Character can be developed. But I think about conflict resolution as a team, that sort of chemistry, I think is the toughest to really find out. Because honestly, why people leaves, right? Or even when we fire or whichever, right? Is always that sort of team dynamics.
Yep.
Like, how can we resolve problems together? If they can't fit, then it jeopardizes the entire equation.
Actually, now it's our team's turn to fight.
Yeah.
Because I mean they are breeding through different like roles also, and then also different dynamics. So we fight finish already. It's our team's turn.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
as a new addition, you mean
Yeah.
like,
Right.
Because for us, how we set up the company structure, it's really a lot on loyalty, to be very honest.
Right.
Loyalty is a two-way street, right? So in a sense where they were already riding with us back then when we were struggling. So when we were growing, we try to groom them to be a next generation of leaders as the company grows.
Yep.
Right. But of course with that comes struggles, right? Because I told them every single time as well that to take on a mentor of leadership, trust is earned. Right? You don't want people to respect the rank. You want the people to respect you.
Yep.
Right. I mean, respect rank, I do for you. Right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's not something that people are willing. Like for example, when you ask them to do something, rush deadlines. They do for you 6 o'clock. Fuck it. They don't want to do. But if someone that really respect you, they stay back, chunk together with you, everything, because they respect you. They do it together.
Yep.
That sort of people are the kind that honestly are respecting that leader.
Yep.
They stay not because they have to. They stay because they want.
Yep.
I think that's the kind of things that we want to look for as the leader. And I told them that you need to earn your stripes.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's why most of our leaders are those that really from the ground up.
Yeah.
Like everything they can do. And the kind of thing that I told them is, if I ask you to do something, I jolly well be able to do better than you. And when you ask them to do something, you jolly well be able to do better than them. If you are not willing to fight in the trenches with your men, how can you command them?
Yeah.
Simple as that. That's what we always tell them.
So in this day and age where like people like only stay in a job for like 3-5 years or what,
Yeah.
do you like constantly think of how to keep them?
Yes, 100%. 100%. I think one of the core things, I think that's really very good question. There are two things, right, that I feel no right and wrong. One of it is, you change, right? Switch 2-3 years, 3-5 years, you switch. You obviously get better pay, better title, better exposure. But that is if you want to climb the rat race, right?
Yep.
Right, that is the standard meta. But there are another kind that it really depends, right? Where, of course, you need good bosses. Got some that drop biscuit, like last time. Then will pay, right? But there are some that honestly want to farm for, like, okay, legacy. Right? Like, how can we, like, let's be honest. If now you look at Grab, they listed on Nasdaq. If now I ask you, back then you could have been in there crying all guts together with them now. It's okay, what? Right, you want to leave, man? 3-5 years? No. But the thing is that sort of uncertainty whether we will be the next big thing is that sort of things that let people feel that, okay, maybe I want to change a job. Right. That's why when we find the people that time, how do I try to keep them, or at least do my best, or together with Marge, how we do it is that we always tell them, okay, that we need to celebrate the mini milestones. From now, this is our end goal. Everyone need to be very clear to them, this is what we want.
Right.
What we want to be. And on the way there, you need to show progress. I think that's the key important thing. If like between that 3 years that they were with you, you stagnant, then they'll be like, fuck, man. Right. Like, what's the point? But if you show progress, we might not be there. Right. But we are showing progress. I think that is that sort of, okay, yeah. And most important is growing their knowledge, and of course, at the end of the day, try to grow their financials as well. Right? Because at the end of the day, Maslow hierarchy of need, right? Money is also important. They might not see that it's a moonshot money, but they see that there is still growth. There's still growth. I think that's quite important, at least for us, how we try to do it. Okay. Yeah. And also sometimes we also really have to motivate them. I think one of the core toughest problem of leadership is that, in the market of uncertainties right now, shit happens, right? You yourself also a bit shaken, right? or shook, right? Whatever we call it. But when you go to the office, right, you need to put on the face. And tell yourself, guys, we got this.
Yes.
Or give some freaking like Samuel Jackson motivation. Right, so but win, right? Because that is life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you look at our leaders, the ministers,
Yeah.
wow, they kind of terrorists and whatever.
Yeah.
They also have got guys, we got this, but back then, but cannot. You have just a nation with confidence, right? I think that is something that probably we have to face as entrepreneurs, regardless.
Just curious, when you hire someone, right? What's the key quality like that you look for?
Character.
But how can you tell for just like the
Questions. We ask them. I think it's something that she do very well. Honestly.
But you can bluff you or no?
What kind of questions can share? No?
Actually, I don't have a fixed set of questions, but then based on their answers, right? I know that there are some things that I'm looking for. Like for example, when they are sharing their questions, is it superficial, or like, what are some, when I ask them things like, for example, what are some of the challenges that you have faced? What are the projects that you have done? How did you shine after that? So what I'm looking for is not the right answer. I'm looking for how they did it. Like, did they give up, or like did they work with a team, or how did they handle the entire
Don't give me 10-year series.
So
Because when you were asking like, what if they tell us we are the kind of we say, you give me 10-year series. Wow, thank you very much.
Okay.
Because it's easy to say things that you want to hear, but it's hard to tell us, like, they actually went through this entire process, and maybe sometimes it's a failure, but there are still some takeaways that they learn from there, or it push them to become a better person at their role or their skill sets. So those are things that I will want to hear from them. What is the reality? Not like the Dilulu kind of answer, like, everything's good, that kind of stuff.
We put that into performance improvement program. I also know. I go ChatGPT also answer when I ask you. Right?
So give me like your cold hard truth on your struggles.
Yes. And one thing that for me at least is I look at it in a way where when I ask them the questions, right, like how I judge a character is about when I ask them, okay, have this situation, what will you do and everything, then they'll be like, give me, whether they give me, like what Marjorie said, political correct answer, or this is some struggles that they have faced, right? And really try to sense that sort of, will they fit into the team culture? Right? And also, like, what are they looking for? I always ask them, it's about value alignment, right? What are you looking for in the company? Like, 不跟我讲钱啊, no 废话, right? like, what are you looking for, right, in a company, and in your life? What are you looking? What's your goals? Right? As a company, can we help you get there? And I think, and one of the most important thing is, I try, it can be weird but I try to look for misfits in societies. Honestly, we try to find the misfits in society, because honestly speaking, those misfits are most often the one that really make it, that shines. Because at the end of the day, there's a reason why they are misfits, right?
Yes.
Like, you're not trying to fit into the cookie cutter, and we don't want people that try to fit in due to pressure. We want to kind of, I don't need a yes man. You can't tell me, okay, call me out. What's wrong? How can we solve it? Right? Because at the end of the day, it's always that I always tell everyone, like our team, like One Piece, we are like a bunch of misfits. Right? We are a bunch of misfits. We are a bunch of guys that honestly are on the outside. You look at us like, this guy has no teamwork. But on the inside, it is like how we work together. And it's because everyone knows that, we are not trying to conform to what society wants us to be. And I think that's also what the clients also see in us, in some sense.
Oh, I'm very tempted to go into your glass door now. Is it all 5-star?
No, it's not.
Definitely. Because we try to, when we hire fast also, to be very honest. Because at the end of the day, team culture trumps everything. Right? Because if everybody is happy, everybody have that chemistry to work, right? Shit happens, they'll be like, just dance in the rain.
Oh, wow.
Right, they can dance in the rain. I always tell them, thrive in chaos, right? Because a good time everybody also can do. Right. Peacetime cops, you just go wayang only. It's about that sort of when like shit hits the roof, right? Every time that really, and we have seen a proposal where it was crazy that time. 3 days I never go home sleep. You see them and they're still joking.
We stayed overnight.
Like, man, this is shit. Then they start to you can eat shit and still smile. Tell yourself, these guys, this team can't talk. That is the kind of people that we want. At least in the company, like you want people that are better tested. Right? And if shit comes, so be it.
Right.
Good stuff.
Until 8 a.m. I think.
Yeah,
we
it was
stayed
crazy. Man. This guy never
the
go
entire
home,
day.
bathe, come back. Wow, shit.
Then like still
Next day I go office, I look at him and like, what the fuck? Look like crazy, man. But yeah, they're the kind that really solid lah. Really solid team. Solid team. Legit
Yeah.
crazy guys.
Just now you said about like One Piece.
Yeah.
So I think like he really is quite Luffy character. And I think when people meet us or like after they see us, right, they'll start to notice that we are not the quiet kind. And then when we go into some like corporate events or like some business events, and then everyone very prim and proper, right? But that's us.
Gives you
So
absolute zero
like
fucks.
come in and then like rah and then like make a lot of noise, make a lot of sound, don't really care.
Yeah, we
and
don't
that's
care.
kind of like
Absolutely
same like Luffy, right? You go to whichever island, he's like, I want meat, I want like whatsoever. Give me like, you know, something to get over in terms of like a challenge. He just wants to go in that one direction where he has a mind of. So I think Roy also is someone like that. Like he just leads the team forward, and then he don't care lah. If like there's a challenge in front, then the worst thing that we can do is just break down the wall lor. Wow. So that's I think what carried us on till this day also. Like if there's a challenge in front of us, we just try to knock it down. Like if not 100%, at least you get 80% of the wall knocked down, right? You can still walk over. Yeah.
Okay. 80% of the world. That's pretty cool.
So what is the direction for DIFY and Emerge now? Like what's that one piece?
Good question. I think it's no longer just about business. I know the team is about leaving a legacy, right? Because money you can not take away. And honestly, I think we are quite okay. Because we don't spend much. We don't really spend much as a person, right? I mean, go ask, we don't really spend much.
And you can earn anywhere money.
Yeah, and money you can earn anywhere. It's about leaving a legacy, what people remember you for. Right? And I think as Grab, it is today, everybody, all the investors that bought in, right? They all like make a lot of noise, PE ratio. But to be honest, they leave a legacy. They leave an impact. Right? They change how society travels. People remembers them. Even if they touch wood, anything happens to them, like, but people remember them. Like Uber, people remember them. That's what we want to be. I think it's about leaving that legacy to say that these guys did something, right? These guys, and as in not just me, but as in this group of individuals, right? The PayPal Mafia. I want to create the PayPal Mafia of us, at least Emerge itself. I want people to look at Emerge as a whole, the people, the core guards, the core general within Emerge, and say that these guys are the PayPal Mafia. Like, to be recognized as that. I think that's my core goals.
What's next for you guys?
I think for Amplify will be one of our key focus on the whole group level, because we want to be able to create a tool where we can kind of solve all marketingers' problems in terms of leveraging not just obviously the buzzword AI, right? But also the core fundamentals of SaaS, the core fundamentals of analytics. That's one of the key things that we want to help with the entire marketers. And we want to make it so fluid in a sense that it's adaptable depending on, regardless of whatever skill of a business.
Right.
MNC, agency, startup. We want to be able to serve you. I think that's one of the core ones. And of course, within Web3 itself, we want to be kind of known, not just Web3, but in terms of an agency, we don't want to be known as a marketing agency.
Right.
We want to be known as agencies that we can help you with go-to-market, right? With your expansion plans, with your like for example, you are expanding in Malaysia. How can we help you? Right. That's why there's a lot of core focus right now for us in government relations, association relations, the network distribution, because we don't want, as a marketer or as an agency, there's a lot of core focus or core misunderstanding that, okay, right now I help you market your product. Nothing wrong with that, right? But one of the key things in business, as business owners, right, is that you want to be able to solve certain problems. You want to hit certain KPIs. Marketing is just one of it, right? And how can we solve that? I think that's one of the key things. Because at the end of the day, sales, distribution, that's what we try to help them with. And that's one of our core focus within the next 5 years, Amplify, and to really get to those places. And I think I see some fruits for us. I think we have been a pretty good position so far in Malaysia. Thailand, we are aggressively going in. Indonesia, we are aggressively going in. And so far, so good. So yeah, that's our core direction moving forward.
Yeah.
Nice. Any final words of advice for our followers? Let's say someone who's in a similar journey, or someone is starting a similar journey. What kind of advice would you have for them?
I let Marge go first.
I think if it's like, I think number one, right, you don't have to be a business owner or you don't have to be an entrepreneur to do something different with your life or make an impact. So I think this mindset is something that I just want to push out there, because whenever it comes to like, you know, oh, you want to be successful, yes,
Right.
like Asian mindset, you have the few typical career paths,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Or if not, like you push yourself to become an entrepreneur. But I think that doesn't have to be the only mark of success.
Right.
Yeah, so I think it's really finding what you are passionate about, as cringy or like as cringy as it sounds, like find something that you want to do and something that you enjoy spending your time on. Because if you don't enjoy spending your time on honing that craft,
Yes.
or putting the effort to build that skill sets, then even to monetize that skill sets, you'll not go very far. Then you are just living your days very empty,
Right.
and very, very blindly as well. So I think like for anyone, not just for business owners, go and find that one thing that you are willing to invest your time in and make sacrifices for. If not, you'll hate your job very much.
Very good point.
For me, I think I always try to live by one quote, and I always try and advise people to live by one quote in their life. What will you do if you know you will not fail?
Wow. Oh,
Right? Because always you try to like play it safe. But
Yeah.
what are you playing it safe for? What are you playing it safe for? I think in Singapore we're pretty fucking safe, honestly.
super.
You guarantee get house. Right? Guarantee. As long as you work. Guarantee get house. How big of a skill, that's different, right?
Yeah.
But it's about trying to go to that level. Right? Like, and I think for me, I think thankfully it's because I'm fine living in a HDB. Right? I'm fine driving a normal car. I'm fine. So to me, it's even if I really try my best and shit happens, so be it. Also, I'm okay, man. Because even if I make it, okay, no, better. If I don't, at least I'm okay. Right? I think really it's about everybody trying playing it safe. Like, what are you playing it safe for? Like, 你在省什么? What are you saving it for? Like, at the end of the day, you're passing out to your children, then you are just living your entire life stalking and then passing on to your children, which is the same thing that your parents do.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
Inspiration.
Well, you got a lot of quotes. Where you get your quotes from?
I think living through life, right? Living through life. Like, living through life. Like, you try to experience it, and then you try to learn. I think always a lot of, at least for me, I do a lot of self-reflection. I told the team as well, like, after everything we do AR, right? After action review, right? And then I think every single milestone in your life you do, then you do some AR, like, you know, what can be better? Is there anything that we fucked up? So then what's the learnings from this, right? Because I think if you don't have that small portion of self-reflection, you just going through life, don't really improving yourself, or like you keep making the same mistake over and over again, right? So I think that's important.
Nice. So
you,
for our listeners who wants to, learn more about what you do, is there like an IG handle or website that they can reach out to you guys?
Yes, just look for us at www.emerge-group.co. And look out for us there. Write in enquiries. We'll definitely be reaching out as well. Or go to either one of our LinkedIn's as well. So we'll definitely try to reply as we can.
Yes, we'll put your LinkedIn info in our description.
Yes. Thank you so much for having us, guys. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you for coming down.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. See you guys. So back then, right, my lecturer was like, this guy, only thing he can do next time is to be a stand-up comedian. I was like, then never mind. Then I was like, okay, never mind. That time, right, I tell you, best. 2023, they invite me back for a talk. Bro, I fucking destroyed that fucker. Go there. I was telling him. Then we were talking, man. Then he like, so I was talking and everything, right? Then from there, ending speech, I was saying, just so you know, of course, I only use 2 slides when I give the talk. First is I show what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Then I'll tell them, like, hey guys, I bet you'll be thinking, like, some of you are like, this guy is just another fucking motivational speaker. Right? I say, no. Then I show my next slide. I say, back then, this is my, like, problems. Right? There's the shit that I'm dealing with. And I say, I'm willing to bet that I'm worse than most of you all here. 90% of you are here. And I say I didn't have good odds to start off with, and blah blah blah. I say, but I want you all to know that if you all ever feel like giving up, please don't, because one of the time, I just want to end this off by saying that one of the lecturers, at that point of time, motherfucker was still there. And one of the lecturers here told me that the only thing I can be is a stand-up comedian. But well, guess who's the joke now, huh? That moment was the one that I like, this is worth it. Maybe you pay 10,000 for this shit. Fucking wreck you, man. 君子报仇10年不晚. I come here and fucking wipe you off the map, you fucker. But then until SoftBank until SoftBank I never got invite back. But worth it. She asked me, she's like, hey, but worth it, man. The worth it every fucking damn cent, man. I was like, what fuck that guy, man. That was one of my favorite all-time like fucking story. I think that the trials and tribulation give you that sort of satisfaction to like fuck you, way. Yeah.